Welcome back, MTG Joe here. We're here for a live one. We are going to be jamming the Historic Metagame Challenge today with a bunch of fun decks. Some brews, some decks from the community, and then some decks that I made up. And basically how this event works, 2,000 gold to enter. If you get minimum 3 wins before a loss, you get your money back plus 3 packs. And we want to get to that 7 wins and win 30 packs. We recently had a bunch of different anthologies come into play, Explorer and Historic, as well as Lord of the Rings, all impact the format itself. So we are going to try out first this GRUUL aggro list from Jim Davis. I made some tweaks based on personal preference, but this is kind of built around Bloodbraid Elf. So this was a kind of boomer staple, banned in Modern at one point. It has the best keyword ever in the game of Magic, my favorite keyword, Cascade. Basically, when you cast it, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal cards with like a lower CMC, cast it for free kind of thing. So this is a very aggressively slanted deck. So it's mono red, splash, green. So we have like Kumano, notably nerfed, it doesn't have haste on the backside. Swiftspear, Play with Fire, Soulscar Mage, Kari Zev, Rally at Hornburg. So 2 mana makes 2 1/1s. They get haste till end of turn. Static Discharge for burn. A Tarkus Command. We want to go wide and then get extra bonus. We can prevent life gain as well. Really good against Sheoldred. And then some Burning Trees for multi-spell turns. Jarso lets us recast stuff that's cheaper. Lelia gets us some card advantage because we could cast some stuff from exile. 20 line special. Sideboard, I made some changes. There's a lot of like artifact hate. I at least haven't run into many artifact decks. The retrofitter decks have been largely pushed out, I've been finding, based on the fact that Bowmaster and Friends are in the format. But a bunch of different burn spells. We have Strangles, Molten Impacts, Cindervines is kind of catch-all artifact enchantment hate, or if we run into blue-white control. Graveyard hate with Hearse. Bone Crusher Giant breaks the ring's protection. Chandra Dress to Kill for the grindier matchups. I want to try out Chain Whirler here. So notably like Bowmaster decks, obviously, but there's also the Yogg decks and the Sam decks. So Yawgmoth and the Sam combo decks both rely on like Blood Artist style effects. So this can be a sweeper. It's also stacks with Soulscar Mage that you could put -1/1 counters, which could be relevant. And then Rampaging Ferocidon I want to try as my anti-life gain effect. Vortex is a little iffy because like the Rakdos decks, the Sheoldred decks, they could kind of drain you and kind of race you, I find. And we're only 20 lands, so always keeping a land up both turns is very hard on the mana. So we're going to give this one a shot and see how it goes. Win, lose, it's about having fun during these. We obviously want to try to do as well as possible, but I want to see if any of these new decks are viable. So, first one up, we'll give it a go. Atarka Red. So this is best of 3 format. I love me my red decks, so like this can work. There's also, like as JL was mentioning in the chat, some zoo style effects. We have Wild Nacatl, which can become a 1 mana 3/3. Okay, so play first. Let's keep. So I think here I'm gonna lead Swiftspear. No, I think we lead Kumano here still. Because I can go Kari Zev. Okay, so they're on Gabagoose. Could be a little bit of a difficult matchup. So notably, if damage dealt would cause a creature to die, not the sack. What we might want in the sideboard, and I probably should have put it in, is Stone of Erich. It's the 1 mana artifact that if a creature dies, it gets exiled instead. So this is probably the GRUUL version of the deck. This could be the combo version. So Rakdos. So I could be... like potentially just dead next turn, but I think I need to take Skirk Prospector off the battlefield here. I should have shocked this in. My concern is if they find Crucius or something. This just gives them not Crucius, Muxus. Okay, so that's very aggressive on their part. Yeah, probably okay with that, all things considered. They traded 2 resources. So they traded their board plus a card in hand to kill my 1-drop. So I can rally at the horn. I can channel this. Mana efficiency wise, it's probably the best. Now they can block one of my 2-drops, they can eat my 1/1, but I think we just want to push damage through. And then next turn I get another 2/2. There was a line where we play this, keep the land, because then it does turn on Ramanop runes, but I think we're okay this way. They're a little bit more of a mid-range focused version of the deck. I would imagine they're still on Muxus. But like twin shots, something you don't always see. Okay, so they have munitions. Oh, that was great. Oh, so notably this makes all my humans have haste. So it does turn on Kari Zev as well. Alright. Nice start. So this matchup, I do probably want Chain Whirlers. Probably want Ferocidons. Bring in all the removal. Swiftspear and Kumano could probably come out. I also think I take out Lelia in this matchup. It's going to be hard for me to kind of push through damage against them. So I think just being able to answer their board, go wide, and then have the burn package. We'll bring in the 1-drops on the play, but I think I like this configuration. It is a little iffy having like a lot of token makers with Ferocidon, but I think against their deck, it could be reasonable to go with that. Because if they're on Krenko, then Ferocidon could just kill them, and it forces them in a way that they just can't like play out further creatures. We also saw they had a number of ways to deal like 2 damage or with kind of like random creature burn. I wonder how many twin shot snipers they have. That's not a card you typically see. They may have Chain Whirler of their own, which might impact the way we sideboard after. Kumano without haste hurts my heart. Our curve is a little higher, so it might be that Atarka's command should come out. Gorge, we have Bone Crusher Giant. They just go like 1-drops here, small creatures. I have Chain Whirler. The only thing with this is I don't have as many. Okay, so they did have a stop here. This could be Fatal Push. Yeah, that works really nice because it gives your Burning Tree Emissary haste as well. Okay, so We saw that they had the Chain Whirler there, so that kind of gets us. I think a Tarkus command. I think we just passed the turn here. They could be getting priority because of this activation. I think we... I think we still do this. This is probably not for this matchup. Keep my 1-drops in. So they can kill their own Battlecry Goblin. Okay, see Sniper come down. They might have like a removal spell here. If they do, it forces them into the Bone Crusher because like both these have more utility. That's a good draw for them. Probably just do this now. I need like a 1-drop. If I get a 1-drop, then I could get my chain going again. Okay, so they are on Muxus. So personally, I like it. I think there's some cool cards there, especially the Lions, like you mentioned, are a pretty solid pickup. Yeah, we're dead. I mis-sideboarded here. It depends if you're going to be playing with the cards, but all the Lions seem super reasonable, so I think that's worth keeping in. The very least, probably still Swift Spear, because we still have the burn. We could get Swift Spear back. We could also just play like a split maybe with a couple Kumanos. The rally's fine. I think we're good all things else considered. We gotta cut 1, trim like that. I might just want Kumanos. It makes my other effects better. Let's do a split. Our hand just didn't, like the Jar Souls, they were stuck there. We couldn't really do much. If they didn't draw the one that like pinged me, Munitions Expert, I might have been able to push through some damage. I think this is fine. I'm just going to play that tap this turn. If they have a 1-drop, then I can Burning Tree. But I usually want to save this removal for my opponent's stuff. Bloodghast has been fun. The Titan's fun in the Maze's End deck. Line there is great. So I'm going to do this because if they have like the sack effect or way, I want to get this out of my hand so I can cast it. Where at the play with fire, we can always go face. And then this gives me a chance to like play with fire at 2-drop on their turn. If they go Chain Whirler, I have the answer in Strangle. If not, I go Bloodbraid Elf. I don't think the Explorer Anthology is worth it. Okay, so that's likely the Twin Shot Sniper. Okay, so the only thing we don't want to hit is Karizev. Not great, but... still, like, decent value. Okay, so they ping there. And then they get a chump block here. Still, like, not the worst exchange for us. They're not really advancing their board. Next turn I get to go Bone Crusher Giant plus a removal spell. Oh, no, I messed that up. Shouldn't have done that. Because now I can't cast Bone Crusher Giant. That was a mistake. I do have 3 damage available here, which is nice though. My thought was I could stack these, but I needed to play Bone Crusher Giant, which was a punt. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me. But they need multiple removal spells here, and I could play with Fire their face to get a Scry. So here... just gonna do this. They can sack it to gain life, but then they kind of fall behind. Probably just want like a haste effect or a burn spell. That's actually pretty good too. Okay, so if I kill this, if I kill one here, they still have the 1, so it doesn't actually make a difference. So they need a Muxus to really pop off here. Let's hope that's not what they have. Okay, War Chief is fine. Ruvenalt. That should be GG. Got him. Even dealing a damage to ourselves. Okay. I punted that, but we still got through, which is the important thing. On the board. On the board. We learned from our sideboarding. How's everybody doing in chat today? As you see right above, we are trying to hit 10,000 subs on the YouTube channel. I think we have to mulligan this. It's really bad. Okay, we'll keep this. If you haven't subbed already to the channel, free, easy, helps out. Greatly appreciated if you can. It's probably Wizards, could be Sam combo. I don't know what they're on, but let's just try to get them dead. I got 2 damage in my land. I got this Bloodbraid Elf. Could be Reanimator. Okay, so they're still on Crucius. So this gives +1/1. So 3 damage +1/1. It could Burial Rites Crucius. Crucius could then discard. Try to find the Atraxa. I mean, just keep pushing through. That's all we can do. We got Lelias, we got Bloodbraid Elves. A land is also good. I think we have to do this, unfortunately. Ah! Needed him to not have Bowmaster. Think we're dead now. I could have pinged 2. So we definitely want Chain Whirler in this matchup. Probably Ferocidon. We're still okay in the sense that if I draw a Static Discharge, which we have 3 of, we have Play with Fire. They could have a sweeper here. Hey, John. You know my love of mono red, so when I saw Jim Davis posted a GRUUL-ish deck, I wanted to try this. Start with the fun stuff. So Swarmyard, they discard Thoughtseize. Alright, burn off the top. Jarsoul also works. So Fatal Push, Fragment Reality. We have so much that works. So I think we do this. Gotta hope. Alrighty, come on. I'm not dead yet. They hits. Okay, so they Bowmaster, Bowmaster. This is basically my last. Last turn. Give me something. Give me something. What do we draw? No! So frustrating. So frustrating. Unlicense Hearse, Ferocidons, Rampage. This could come out. Lelia is probably not great here. Imagine getting the card I actually need to draw. Kumano's pretty bad here. I could go Stomp. Do I want Molten Impact? I think we're good with like that. The question is, do you want like a Tarkus command? The Tarkus command can get around the life gain if they do get like a Traxa out, but I feel like if they get a Traxa out, I'm probably dead anyways. So let's go with that. That was frustrating. Like, 6 cards in her deck win us the game on the spot there. We keep. Have the Burning Tree Rally combo. We also got like triple Thoughtseized, which hurts because we had Lelia and. Okay, so they have Fatal Push here. Still think we do this. I like that interaction a lot. Okay. Get pushed. I do have Soul Scar here. They might have Clarion, but I would be a little surprised. Like, we could have kept that for Stomp, but there was a risk. So do this, get Crucius out of the way. Ping in for some more. Land lets me go Bloodbraid. So this is kind of a free attack. They have Fatal Push again. Kind of annoying. Okay, so they need a way to loot an Atraxa into the yard. But then I shut off the life gain. They could get Crucius back. This is going to cost them 3 life. That does turn on Revolt. Okay, got there. We got there! Think we largely do it the same. I think maybe on the play the rallies are a little bit more susceptible. So maybe we bring in a Strangle. Just gives me another. Play Strangle, could play Kumano. I think you gotta kind of switch the way. Thank you. Because we have to play around the Bowmaster. Let's keep... Fatal push. Gonna hold this in case they have Crucius. Just get this out of the way. I'd love a line drop, because then I can get Jar Soul going. Perfect. Actually, I think I'm gonna do this. I want to have an answer to Crucius. Okay, so they have Atraxa. So we do have Ferocidon. I think we keep that on top. Do I have 2-drop in the yard? The land's probably fine. Because they don't have a way to reanimate Atraxa then. I can play land Ferocidon. Get them that way there. Like, Fable doesn't really do much here. Because now I have the 2 damage here. They'll take at least the damage. Hey Marcus, what type of decks do you generally like to play? Like, I would say the objectively most powerful decks right now are probably like the Yawgmoth combo decks. They're a little bit tricky to play, similar with Kethis. Some folks have had success with Dimir, like mid-rangey control. I'm going to give Rakdos a try after, see if it still has got the gas. We're on the brink of being 2-0 with this GRUUL list. Tank, tank, tank. Good game. Bye, friend! 2-0. You like lots of interaction. Check out like the Jund. There's like the Jund decks. 1 sec, let me see if I could pull up the one like on. Gives me a break anyways. So this one, the charms were played in blue-white control before. They were played in the Dimir deck. Any base blue control deck is going to play Archmage Charm. If you have like most of the Rakdos stuff, someone posted they got 7-0 with this list here. It's on my Twitter if you want to copy it, but like lots of interaction, discard, removal, You have the Ring, Shieldred combo, Minskin Boo, Clothis, so there's definitely some options to like consider. But we are 2-0 so far with GRUUL Bloodbraid Elf. Let's give it a go, see how he goes. Winning with Ferocidon in 2023. Imagine. Like, I like the Jund Rakdos decks better than the Dimir decks, but the Dimir decks, pretty much at this point, if you're playing an Orcish Bowmaster deck, you're in a good spot. Alright, let's go. What is this, Wizards? I love Ferocidon. Such a random card to be banned in Standard. Hey, we're playing 2 banned Standard cards. Ramanop Bruin was banned in its time in Standard, as was... Usich and Gauntlet Companion. It could be anything. Is this a human? Okay, so human with the rally also gets the buff. Easy. Not today, friend. So we want to save the Satarka's command for next turn, since I could get a big bonus. Oh, we are flooding pretty hard here. No Wizard's Lightning? No! Ha! We needed to like them just to not have Wizard's Lightning, and that was such a good turn. Okay. Well, my hand, we've literally drawn nothing but lands. This is... Yeah, but I think we still have to do that attack there. We can't just keep holding back, because if they untap with Balmor, then they kind of go off. Their hand's been kind of interesting. So I have a couple of... So if I do this, that's 2, 3, 4, 5... Just try to go wide here. I mean, they could maybe kill me if it's like... Yeah, so they got charge. That's 11. Okay, we got him. Got him! I mean, we literally drew nothing but lands that game, but cool. Strangles and Molten Impacts in. We could go Cinder Vines. Kumano is probably pretty bad in this matchup. I don't think Chain Whirler's good. Chandra's kind of a liability. We could go with the Graveyard Hate option. That's another way to approach this matchup. We could try Chandra, but Chandra will very likely just be killed. So maybe just trim like an Atarka and that. Go on Licensors. I don't like Ferocidon. The Chain Whirlers don't do much, as does Bone Crusher Giant. I think we go like this. I think being able to shut off Arcanist as well as like Reckless Charge could be reasonable. Because we saw they almost got us there from like dead. Okay, so this hand really hurts. And we don't have a removal spell, so I think we mulligan. Okay. I'm going to keep this hand. We're going to put Play with Fire back. AJ, yeah, sometimes that's going to happen, and it's very frustrating. Like that first hand, if any of the lines weren't pain lines. Oh, so they're on a slightly different version. I think I just want to control, so this is more prowessy based. So now that I know that they're also on Swift Spears, I'm more comfortable bringing in the Bone Crusher Giants. Want to save Molten Impact. This is more of a threat. Draw 2 there is really good. We need to hit a land. Oh, that's not a wizard. Oh. Okay. Land me. Jesus. Can't even cast that. Where are my lands? Where are my lands? Land. Oh my god. I have all the answers. I just need a land. Well, what you gonna do? Literally, we draw one more land and I'm perfect that game. We BTE. Okay, we'll keep this. So frustrating. I really like that other hand. So I think we just do this, because if they have like a shock style effect, then I can play with fire. Like 20 lands should at least get you to your second land. Bloodbraid will be nice here, hopefully. Opponent now is on the one line in a dream, just pretty bad mana base. So they have a stop there. That could be opt or like consider. So my option here, I can keep this alive. Which you probably do. Try to find a line. Mocha, thanks for the sub. Because it basically wastes their effect there. Now if I can Bloodbraid into like a removal spell here, that gets rid of you. Vengeance! So, unless they're going land Brotherhood's End, they're dead to land here. Boom. Back on board. Let's go. $3-0. So we made our money back. Money in the bank. If I could just like min 3-0 with every deck, I'll be happy. Just get 3 packs, play some games, and then make net even money. Save up for Eldraine. A little vengeance there for our one-line keep. Okay, so not skilled gamers. We are on the draw. Okay, drawing one-liners, real good. I think in the dark I put Bloodbraid Elf back. Could be wrong, but don't know what they're on. Well, now I wish I kept Thing. There goes my Jarsoul. Ah. I don't want to give him the exact information that we have dead. This could be Jund. Just eat away everything that I love, I hold dear. Alright, that's going to be a fatal push now for this. No fatal push. I don't even want cards in my hand. Jesus. Next card, Shield or to the Ring? What do we think? I don't have spells. We're Thoughtseize proof. And we're dead. Alright, so let's not mull to 6 and then have our opponent just systematically, emotionally, physically abuse us like that. Lelia's not going to attack into this matchup. Probably just wants Strangles. I'm assuming they're on Crucius, but can't be certain. Question is, do we want Hearse? They're likely on Bowmaster as well, so the rallies aren't great. Maybe play like 2 Hearses. Trim. And a Tarka's Command. Well, I don't think any decision we made that game mattered. Inquisition, Thoughtseize, Jarsil, Inquisition, Shieldred. On the play, we mulled to 6 and had every hope we had that game taken apart. So I'm going to lead with Soulscar Mage here. They should be taking out Thoughtseize against us. They may leave an Inquisition. Definitely want to get rid of the Halfling here. Land would be pretty good here. Lets me go Ferocidon. Oh. So the right move is to do this. They missed the land drop. This lets me keep putting pressure on them. If I hit a land next turn, I can go Ferocidon. Yeah. Revenge. Pretty risky keep on their end. Like, I know you have the dorks, but you have to assume that the burn deck. Yeah, 7-0 to get all the prizes. We've done it. We did it last time. I've done it the last few times, actually. Did it with Rakdos last time. In the standard one, I did it with Mono Red Burn. You just gotta go on a bit of a hot streak. But usually anything over 3 wins, you're netting free gold and packs. So it's a little bit more rewarding the latter. Okay, do we... I think I got a mulligan. Hate it, but I think that's right. Gonna put Kumano back. We need to have an answer to this on turn 1. Next turn I can go Kari Zev. So that might be Fatal Push. So I'm actually going to do this, because if they have Jarsil... You could, Crow, but Bowmaster is such an insane value card right now. So we took a chance here. Obviously, the Kari Zev would have been better in this context. But if they had Jarsil, then they get back the Halfling. So it's a little rough. And now no answer to Crucius is probably going to mean game for me. I need to put the pressure on here. It's very, very powerful at punishing just normal game actions. Also, just at instant speed, you could catch your opponent with the ring and stuff. Okay, so they could have Bowmaster here. They also went Ambitious. So this can force out a removal spell if they have it, so I get an idea of what they're playing. Fortunately here, I do need to attack. Don't have much option. Okay, as expected. So they might just trade like the Bowmasters. So not a great exchange for us, especially like I was hoping that they killed my Kari Zev because I don't really want to cast this one, and now I'm at a gas. So like I need Bloodbraid Elf off the top. Chandra could be reasonable. Jarsil lets me get Play with Fire back. But they could just have like the ring here. Hey, Fall Guy. Thanks for stopping by. Bye. We didn't have an answer to Crucius, so it turns out this card is still pretty dumb. Pyromancer gets destroyed by Orcish Bowmaster. You draw 2 cards, it kills your thing, it gives you a big token. I'm dead. I'm dead! Alright, so obviously against Jund, when they're just killing your hand, everything, there's gotta be a better... I think, like... that's going to be a tough matchup regardless. The problem... like, maybe I should have brought Chain Whirler in. That probably was a match where we bring Chain Whirler in, to be honest. That would have helped the composition of that game, but... I think largely... What about Experimental Frenzy? Because they've moved off a lot of their enchantment removal, so you can Frenzy off the top. Frenzy's a lot more reliable than Chandra's, and it gets around the draw. So I think that would be where I would make the change.